Hello. So, I'm back again. I just recorded my hospital stay, so that's why I'm in the same clothes. So yeah, this is gonna be about my first month post-op. So, from the time I've gotten home until today. So, like a week shy of a month. Close enough. But so I've been home for 3 weeks now. And it's been going pretty good. My first week home, I really just slept a lot. But it didn't go too bad. So I slept a lot. Really just kind of hung out. My mom stayed home and took care of me. You know, I'd wake up, take a shower, and eat a little bit and try and drink water, but it was so hard when I first got home. Like, I didn't want anything in my stomach. Like, I didn't want to eat, I didn't want to drink. Ugh. I didn't want anything at all in my stomach. I didn't want to take any of my medicines. I didn't want to eat my Tums or my multivitamins. Just anything in there was so uncomfortable. But kind of had to get over it. So, sorry, I just got a text. Oh, cool, I don't have any more plans tonight. That works. My boyfriend was gonna come over, but he worked today, so he's tired. Understandable. But so I came home on the 27th. I walked a couple of blocks during the day, but mostly slept. Excuse me. Um, then the 28th was my birthday. I turned 20. So, didn't really do anything for it again, just kind of hung out. That was really all I did for like the first week. I really just hung out and tried to get feeling better. Um, Emotion wise, I was doing okay. I was mostly sleeping, so I didn't really have time to like think about things. But that was more last week and this week. They've been pretty emotional. I did stop taking my antidepressants though, just because I couldn't make myself swallow them. They would just, I'd puke it right back up, and that's really not good. So I asked my doctor, and she said, yeah, you're okay to, not take them, just do it one at a time. So, stop taking the one that's harder to take, and then, start weaning down on the other one, or, yeah. Um, didn't take pain meds once I got, excuse me. So, once I got home, I only took my pain meds a couple of times. Again, it was really just a taste thing, and I would just puke it right back up, so there was really no point. So, I wasn't getting, like, any of the benefits of it for being in my stomach for, like, half a second and then coming right back up. They gave me, liquid hydrocodone, so good pain med, but not liquid. Mm. And it was just a bad taste, and it like burned my throat, like not burn like oh my god this is bad burn, but like an uncomfortable burn. It was almost like having heartburn, but you know how you usually only get it like right here in your chest. It was all the way up like in my mouth and was just horrible. So yeah, I only took my pain meds like twice, so they're still just chilling in my fridge. But that was rough. Really, the medicine has been the worst part for me. Um, Food wise, I've really just had. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. This is so rude, but I don't know how to edit any of this out. So, um, had mostly like my tomato soups when I first got home. That was mostly what I ate. That and like chocolate pudding for the first 2 weeks. I got approved for purees last week, so I've had like really soft pastas and Like, I was bad. I had a Red Lobster biscuit, but it was so good. And I only had one, so it's okay. I'm really full. Um, and it's a weird feeling being full because I feel it just right in my chest. And it's not like a regular full feeling, it's like I have a weight. And I asked my doctor and she said it's normal, but it still just freaks me out because, yeah, it's like, oh, just in my chest, like. But, that was that. Emotionally, was kind of hard. Was kind of hard. I've definitely had a couple of meltdowns. Um, kind of just like one. I went to a wedding the like 1 week post-op, and at the wedding I was fine because weddings they do like we did like a huge buffet, and there was, I'm not even exaggerating, there was 1,000 pounds of food. 300 of it was just potato salad. So it was ridiculous. And then like the prime rib and, potatoes and veggies and stuff you have at a wedding. And then yeah, it was a fun wedding though. He's pretty much my brother. He's known me since I was a week old, and him and my brother have always been best friends. So it was my brother's wedding. And like the cake wasn't too bad. I'm not super drawn to sweets, so that was probably not as difficult as it would be for like others, but still not easy. Um, sorry I'm saying so much. But it was on the way home was like my first big meltdown. We were in the truck. It was me and my mom coming home the next day, and it was nighttime, and I hadn't eaten before we left the house, which was like a 3-hour drive because we were at the house that I used to live in, like my growing up house. My brother still lives in it, so yeah, we left there, and it's a 3-hour drive home. And we were like just pulling into town, and I saw the sign for Panda Express, and I just totally like lost it. I was like, what the hell did I do to myself? Like, why did I do this? Why did I do this to myself? Like, I'm never going to be able to enjoy food again. I'm never going to be able to, like, get any satisfaction out of eating ever again, pretty much. Like, I was telling myself that I totally ruined food for myself for the rest of my life. And I, like, ruined my life because of this, and just I was freaking out, and I felt so bad because my mom's like, Kylie, why are you crying? Why are you crying? And I was like, I made the worst decision ever. And she was like, you didn't. You're doing so good. And like, she started having a meltdown. She's like, I'm the worst mother ever. I shouldn't have let you do it. You feel like you ruined yourself. And yeah, the last half hour of the car ride, we were both just crying, and she's like, but you're doing so good, and I don't want you to be sad, and yes, I'm such a bad mom. It's like, no, you're a good mom, and I'm just being a puss, and but we got home, and I went to bed and cried, and I was fine the next day. So that's the one thing I've learned. I literally have, like, right now, I literally had to teach myself, like, I have to cry it out and, like, cry and mourn, otherwise, like, it doesn't, like, that feeling doesn't go away, and it just eats at me. So I've had to actually, like, let myself cry it out and mourn that I'm not going to be able to, eat food the way that I like to, which is, like, get a big old plate and then just indulge until I'm, like, sick. So I can't do that anymore. But it really is for the best, and it's just because that's how I've always eaten. So, like I said, like in my introduction video, I've been overweight since I was 5 years old. I have been overindulging for 15 years, so that's a really big habit to change. And especially in only a month, like by then it had only been 7 weeks, and I'd had 1 week of post-op, so it was like, yeah, it was kind of hitting a lot at once. But it's a lot better now. I still get kind of like, I want this, and I can't have it, and what the hell, and all this stuff, but each day is getting a little bit better, and I'm kind of learning how to adjust, like, what I'm craving within something that I can have. Like, and I'm kind of breaking my doctor's rules because they said I needed to blend everything, like, in a blender, but I've really just been kind of chewing it really, really good, but, like, I'm sorry, I gotta reach around my laptop. I was really full, so I like set it behind, so it's like out of sight, out of mind. But I went to Red Lobster this week and had um, crab alf, not crab alfredo, crab linguine, and like it was a lot easier than I thought it would be going out. Um, we went out with my mom, aunt, and uncle. Personally, I really hang out with this my mom. I'm a loser. Oh well. But yeah, so we went out and we did that, and it went a lot easier than I thought it would. I thought I would be like, oh my god, what the hell? I can't eat anything, and this is horrible, and blah blah blah. But they worked with me and made it so I could eat it. We're really really nice about it. So um, that's really all I can think of, like emotion wise. I've been fairly stable, which kind of amazes me because I'm usually like a crazy person. Not really, but like when it comes to food, I kind of can be just because food's always been my comfort thing. So not having it to cope with, especially, I haven't been working. I couldn't afford to live on my own anymore, so I had to move back in with my mom. So all my personal space was taken away. All my things are in storage, and so I totally lost all of my independence, and that's a big thing when you're 20 is you want to be independent and have your own stuff and have your own space, and I had all of my independence and space taken away along with my coping mechanism, which was eating. So I've had to, it's like I said, I've had to let myself cry a lot. But it really is getting easier each day. Um, so that'll be that because I'm kind of just talking in circles now, and I don't want to be 100% redundant even more than I already am. So other things. So I'm almost 1 month post-op. I weighed myself yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And I'm down to 324, which is awesome. That's 86 pounds. So in it's been almost, I did 6 weeks. It's been about 10 weeks, so just shy of 3 months, and I've lost 86 pounds, which is pretty cool. I'm proud of that. And I'm excited to keep going forward, and just, I have to keep reminding myself, like, I really have done super awesome, and, who loses 86 pounds in 3 months? Like, that's not something you hear every day. That really is something to be proud of. And I feel like part of the weight loss surgery, you have to remind yourself, like, you really should be proud of what you're doing. It's not an easy thing to do. People are like, oh, well, you're taking the easy way out, and, you're not losing your weight, your surgery did, blah, 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 blah. And I don't remember who I saw that said this. It was when I was researching, and she was saying how, like, even people like her family and her friends would be like, well, you're not really losing weight. It's your sleeve that's doing it, or it was your surgery. You're not actually doing anything. And it's like, and props to her, because I totally would have, like, lost it. I don't remember who it was, but for real, props to her, because I would have gone crazy if somebody said that to me. Because it's so not easy, you know? Yeah, it's a surgery. It's making it so I physically can't eat like I was, but I'm still the one who chooses what is going into my body. I have chosen to not go to McDonald's and get what was it? My McChicken with a medium fry and a root beer. I have chosen not to do that. I have chosen not to drink soda or juice. I have chosen to follow what my doctor has said and follow these restrictions such as purees and liquids and not just, oh well, I'm good. I have staples. Let's go to fucking Outback and have a steak and, mow down. Like, it's still my choice what is going into my body and what I am choosing to do with my body. And my sleeve's not the one making me get up and walk around. My sleeve's not the one that's making me exercise. I'm making myself do that. And so, yeah, if people think this is the easy way out, like, they are seriously stupid. Like, for real. Because it's not easy. Telling yourself no every single time you want something is not easy. And especially with, because I do have an actual, like, I did have an actual food addiction. Like, food was my happiness, my sadness, my stress relief, what made me stressed. It was my everything. And the same with any other addiction, you can't give it to yourself. Otherwise, you're just going to keep going back to that same point. But the difference is between a food addict and, say, an alcoholic. If an alcoholic stays away from a bar, stays away from booze, stays away from things that are going to trigger that, their recovery will go along. But as soon as you send them back to the bar, that's a big opportunity to slip up. You just have to stay away from it. But the thing with the food addiction, you have to have food to live. And it takes a lot of self-control to not just do what I want and then end up in the ICU because I couldn't have that self-control. Like, it, people don't seem to get that. So, sorry for that little rant. So I can't think of really anything else to talk about. That's really all that's been going on. I've really just been hanging out and looking for a job now. So, I should have done this before and been like taking pictures. But I'm going to go ahead and show you my belly and incision scars. So I figured I might as well do that like once a month and see how they're healing. So give me just a second and I will stand. Okay, so this is me now. Oops, my food fell. So I have lost 86 pounds. These are, I believe, a size 26 jean. And they're just the ones from Shopko. Like, they aren't anything fancy. Like, they aren't buttoned or anything. They fit, just I haven't wanted to. But what's really exciting about these, I haven't worn jeans in 2 years. So to actually have these, like, fit and not muffin top, like, completely out of control is really cool. So, but I'll get a little closer. So I hope you can see, but I have a scar right there. I'll grab my computer. Damn it. Okay, so put the boobs away. Right there is my top incision, just a tiny one. There is one right here. And then big hoss down here. This is the one they actually pulled my stomach out of and was the most sore. And when I have soreness, that's the one that is sore. And then this guy right here. I don't remember what he was, but he's kind of my favorite. I don't know why. And then just this little guy down here. And this one has a little extra scar tissue and a keloid along. This one has a kind of a bigger keloid on top, which is really just built up scar tissue. So that's all that is. And yeah, that is my belly. I'm down to 324 and I'm excited to keep going forward. So I'm going to go for now. I think I'm going to go take a bubble bath because that sounds really nice. And I got eucalyptus bath salts. So yay. So I will talk to you soon. Bye.